Assalamu alaikum students. We are going to start the revision. You know that we have already started the revision of hematopoietic system. And now I'm going to start all over again with revision of the cardiovascular system, in which first we'll do the blood vessels and then we'll do the heart. So today's topic is atherosclerosis, which is very important from your examination point of view, from your Viva, OSPE, and SCQs and MCQs point of view, okay? So as all of you know, you have already done a test of atherosclerosis and blood vessel and heart as well. Atherosclerosis means hardening of the arteries, which is due to deposition of cholesterol and cholesterol esters. It underlies the pathogenesis of cerebral, coronary, and peripheral vascular disease. You have already done myocardial infarction, in which you know the atherosclerosis plays a lot of very important role. So atherosclerosis is just the hardening of the arteries due to deposition of cholesterol, cholesterol esters, and it underlies the many pathologies of cerebral vascular system, coronary, and peripheral vascular system. Atherosclerosis is determined by the combination of acquired factors, that is cholesterol level, smoking, and hypertension, and inherited factors leading to atheroma formation. Also, this atheroma is called an atheromatous plaque or an atherosclerotic plaque. Okay, so many factors are there combined to leading to atherosclerosis. These factors are level of cholesterol in the serum, smoking, hypertension. The atherosclerotic plaques, they protrude into the lumen of the blood vessel. They are raised lesions and they will cause narrowing of the lumen. These lesions are composed of a soft core of lipids, which is covered by a fibrous tissue cap. So I'm going to describe the atheroma in detail in this lecture. So this is an atheromatous plaque. This is a fibrous tissue core, and these are the inner side, which is composed of macrophages, smooth muscle cell, lymphocyte, collagen, and central groovus material is also present and also contains cholesterol crystals. Epidemiology. Atherosclerotic associated ischemic heart disease is more common in the Western world as compared to our part of the world, but it is not less in our part of the world as well. But improved therapy and risk reduction has decreased the incidence of atherosclerosis in the Western world as well as in our part of the world as well. In the developing nations, because of adoption of Western lifestyle, incidence of ischemic heart disease has increased. The prevalence and severity of atherosclerosis and ischemic heart disease among individuals are related to risk factors, which are constitutional and acquired risk factors. So we have to see why this atherosclerosis is happening and leading to ischemic heart disease. It is related to many risk factors, which are constitutional as well as acquired risk factors. So there are major risk factors and there are minor risk factors. In the major risk factor, there are modifiable risk factors and there are non-modifiable risk factors. Non-modifiable risk factors are also known as constitutional factors. These non-modifiable risk factors are genetic abnormalities, family history of an individual, increasing age, male gender. It means if a person is suffering from atherosclerosis and if he or she has a family history, there are more chances of developing atherosclerosis, and there are certain genetic underlying abnormalities present as well. As the patient's age advances, the chances of atherosclerosis become more and when the patient is around in their late 40s and 50s and 60s, okay? So men are affected more commonly than females, but male gender is more commonly affected. During reproductive life, there is a difference between preponderance of male gender and female gender, but after the menopause, the incidence of the male and female affected by atherosclerosis becomes quite the same, okay? So in females during reproductive life, there is a estrogen is the factor which is protecting the females from atherosclerosis. So these are the constitutional non-modifiable risk factors in which comes the genetic abnormalities, family history, increasing age, and male gender. Then comes the modifiable risk factors. Modifiable risk factors are those in which we can modify by giving treatment or by controlling our diet or by taking other precautions. These are hyperlipidemia. Hyperlipidemia means increased serum cholesterol level. And this can be modified by either giving statin group of drugs, or it can be decreased by taking less dietary intake of saturated fats. Hypertension. Hypertension means increase in blood pressure. If the person is having a better blood pressure control, he or she can modify this risk factor for atherosclerosis. And cigarette smoking has a very important role to play. If the person quits smoking, then chances of getting atherosclerosis also decreases. Similarly, diabetes mellitus, if the person is having a good control of diabetes, chances of atherosclerosis becomes less. Inflammation is also playing an important role, but if it is treated and there is no inflammation, then a person has less chances of developing atherosclerosis. So why we are calling them modifiable risk factors? Because these can be modified by our habits or by dietary intake or by taking certain kind of treatments. So hyperlipidemia, hypertension, cigarette smoking, diabetes and inflammation comes under the modifiable risk factor. But non-modifiable are those that you are born with some genetic abnormalities that cannot be modified. Family history, increasing age and male gender, these cannot be modified. So these are called non-modifiable risk factors. I hope it is clear. So in genetics, family history is the most important risk factor for atherosclerosis. Mendelian disorders like familial hypercholesterolemia is strongly associated with atherosclerosis. Family history of hypertension and diabetes mellitus is also associated with atherosclerosis. Okay, so family history is most important risk factor for atherosclerosis. Mendelian disorders like familial hypercholesterolemia is strongly associated with atherosclerosis. Family history of hypertension and diabetes mellitus is also associated with atherosclerosis. Okay. Age. As I've said, as the age is advancing, the chances of getting atherosclerosis becomes more, especially between 40 to 60 years of age. With each decade, incidence of ischemic heart disease also increases. Gender. Premenopausal women are protected from atherosclerosis compared to age-matched men. After menopause, incidence becomes the same. As I've already told you, estrogen has a protective